What's up, everybody? I'm not in the best of moods, but for those of you who are here for the very first time, I'm Cheeto2500, and in front of me, we have three of my people who have decided to take some time out of their very important lives, and of course busy, to come and pay their respects to those who have fallen on this tragic day of September 11th. Mr. Zach, could you please start us off?
Hello, welcome to the channel, channel and everything, We are here today to, pay our respects to the fallen and everyone around us here. So, Jug can continue us
Yes.
off.
Hello everyone, Juggernaut 9296. As Zach said, we're here today to remember all those who fell during 9/11, the innocents and the brave firefighters and policemen who risked their lives to try to save others. We're also here today on this map. You see the graves behind us. This may just be a game, but these graves are not fake. Many of these graves are for actual people in real life who died. And we're here today to pay our respects to the fallen people here and of course the ones in 9/11.
That was beautiful, Jug. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Lord?
Hello everyone, Lord and Malaria here. On this day, 19 years ago, a tragic event happened in the United States. As many of you know from America, this was a very dark time, because on September the 11th, 2,606 people fell asleep. 2,192 civilians fell asleep. 343 members of the brave New York City Fire Department also fell asleep. 71 enforcement officers, 23 of those members being the New York City Police Department and the Port Authority Police Department. We come back, looking back 19 years ago, and we remember these brave people who just were doing their normal day work and living their lives normal. But they were shockingly ripped from this earth. As my friend Juggernaut once said, these graves here, to others they may seem to be in a video game, but each one of these graves matters to everyone for what it represents. I'm from the United Kingdom, and I still think from the other side of the world it was a tragedy what happened in America. I will always remember the attacks on September the 11th. Though from Great Britain, we stand with America on this dark, tragic day.
Thank you very much. That was very, very beautiful, dude. I guess it's my turn now. I can still remember that day like it was yesterday. I remember moving into my second home 3 years, before the tragic event ever happened. I remember because I was actually in that very same city when it happened. And yet, every channel that my parents flipped, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. The skies in my city were blackened that day. I heard screaming, yelling, tears of sorrow. It was horrible to me. And as a 9-year-old autistic kid, it was terrifying to me. I thought that the whole world was out to get me. But no. It was just an unprecedented attack that kind of changed the whole world forever. As everybody knows, the World Trade Center was a big economy booster in the Big Apple. And seeing those towers come down not only dealt a chain reaction blow to the economy, but a long-lasting effect as well. This year, on September 11, 2020, is the first year not only that we are remembering this tragic day, but also COVID-19 is now doing its part in trying to hurt us in any way it can. But we have to remember this though. Our strength comes from within. The morale of all the paramedics, the police officers, and all those first responders out there that every day risk their lives just so that we can be safe and we could live to fight another day. But all I'm saying is that if you do personally know someone, that has suffered in that tragic day, or even know someone who still had long-term lasting effects because they were near the site of ground zero, remind yourselves that you need to live for them, okay? Because they are no longer there to help you or even be there for you. Even though me, myself, I don't know anybody that has perished during the fall of the Twin Towers, but my heart goes out to them and their families who are even still suffering to this day. You want to know a fun fact? Not everybody that was named in the Ground Zero district, not everybody was named. Because some of them, they were burned beyond recognition during the crashes. So, it's not just a day of remembrance though. It is also a day to remember those who were long forgotten. Thank you everyone for listening to me.
Mind if I say something else?
Yes, Mr. Zach, please.
This morning, look, I had to wake up, thinking that's a normal day. But I had to wake up and, I have to tell my 6-year-old brother in the way I can, in the nicest way, about what happened on that day. And I gotta tell you, he was shocked. He was freaking out. He was just having a whole thing. And, sometimes if you don't go review it in school, talk to somebody, just kind of review it. 'Cause this day, everybody will remember. This day will not be forgotten. I can tell you that. Especially the stuff that's been going on outside. I have a feeling this year is kind of bad. Because it is. And all these graves here represent one person. Someone right there. It's very close to me. So I want to take the time out of my day to pay my respects to them. And that was all.
Well said, Zach. Couldn't have said it any better myself. If there isn't anybody else, though, I would like to have a moment of silence just for them. Clapping once for the moment of silence. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you. Oh, sorry, I was going to say thank you everyone for tuning in for what we had to say.
There's
if
one
you
more
can,
thing, Zach.
please, in some sort of a way, please pay respect.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind, guys, that each and every one of these graves represents of out of the 10 years that we have existed, though, because a lot can happen in 10 years over time. I started, let's see, as you all know, on October 21st, 2010. Each of these people here is not just a lessee though; it's also a relative of a lessee or a family member that they wanted me to request, to be buried here. My idea is that that there is somebody on the other side of that screen that will remember them, even though you may have forgotten yourself. That's kind of like the whole idea. So now, the last thing we're going to do before we wrap up for the day is that we're going to go all around and to bow to each and every grave that we see.
And I wanted to also say, while we're doing this, everyone watching, take a look at these graves and remember that next time you're playing a game, don't just see a character. Remember, there's another living, breathing person with thoughts, feelings, and emotions on the other side of that character. Always remember that.
And this is why, for you folks out there, that I care about these guys so much, though, because they're just like me. Like Jug said, a living, breathing human being with thoughts, feelings, and emotions of my own. Alright, guys. So, while we're going to, bow to these graves, I'm just going to put on a little bit of music, though. Not for me, though, but for the viewers at home who will be listening. So, yeah, let's begin. You guys don't have to follow me.
It's always good.
I understand. I'm literally trying my best not to cry here. While we're doing this, guys, I just want to thank you, because if it wasn't for some of you guys, my life would have been changed forever. This clan is more than just a clan to me. We're family, man. And all these tombstones that are here right there, they're our family too.
Can I give a bit of backstory of why this person's here right now?
If you want to, it's up to you, sir.
Alright. So, this was one of my old people. And she died because she was diabetic. And real quickly to everybody at home, please take care of your body. She couldn't feel her legs. She couldn't feel her feet. My grandpa just came in one day. She's just there laying on the couch. Dead. It's been 5 years. I was 5 when it happened. She was the nicest, funniest person you could ever meet. And every day I think about her. I sit there, I just think. And yes, like Jug said, or whoever said, yes, it is a video game. But sometimes, if you, let's say, you're on an enemy team, right? One of your players are trash or whatever. Let's just say you shit talk them, right? How is that gonna make them feel? Like Jug said, people have emotions too. How do you think that's gonna make them feel? If you say one wrong thing, that's probably gonna lead to something very horrible. I was on.
Thank you, Zach. For those of you who are still listening out there, Zach had the option to either completely not tell anything, but as I said before, though, this is a plan of choice. You are free to share if you want to, if you're comfortable enough. So yeah, thank you for sharing, Zach. That means a lot to all of us. Now then, back to paying my respects to the fallen. Another thing I should tell you guys, there would have been more of us, but some of them had to do like other things like moving or school, that sort of thing. So let me give a quick shout out to those who, that wanted to make it on this very fateful day. And remember, and we do care that, that you're like, I'm sorry, I'm just like speaking mumbo jumbo at the moment, though. I'm really trying my best to compose myself. Zach, could you please finish for me? I can't really do it.
People at home, what he's trying to say is, thank you to the people that aren't here right now but really want to make it. I really appreciate it if everybody could make it here. And this day, right here, it's gonna stay in our memories.
Thank you.
And it's hard telling people like a 6-year-old about what happened on that day. Because this morning I almost broke down because, I had to tell an innocent little 6-year-old what happened that day. And of course he's gonna freak out. So to all the people, 2001, that sacrificed their lives just to save many other people, I want to say thank you. Because right now, if you guys didn't do that, there would have been a lot more deaths not mentioned.
Most definitely. Well, today, though, if it wasn't for COVID-19, though, I would not be here. I would have actually been in a huge volunteer service, that makes a whole lot of meal stuff, to be sent out to places in need. Because I've done so last year, and yeah, that's what we did on last year's 9/11 Memorial Day of service. So yeah, it was a really, really meaningful day last year. I'm just so sad that we couldn't do it this year.
And to everybody at home, thank you for tuning in and listening to what all of us had to say here.
Yeah. Okay, so if you guys don't mind them, I'm just gonna go up here. If you ever want to
contact me, I'll comment on the next video or on this video. You can come on my channel, just do whatever. Really don't care if you subscribe or not. That's up to you guys.
Of course. And for those of you who are waiting for a part 2 of my last video, I'm sorry, Zach. For those of you who are waiting on a part 2 of the last video, though, I'm just gonna put that on hold for now, and instead, put this one here instead, because it carries more priority. So, like Zach says, comment, like, subscribe. It's free. You could always unsubscribe anytime. But all I'm saying is that we're gonna be strong for this one. We will find a way to move forward. But until then, this has been Cheeto2500, and I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. And I also want to thank Lord Emilio, Juggernaut9296, and I am Zach1212 for participating in this event, even though they have the option of, backing away from it, but didn't. And yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, and before I do that, to that person next to you and everything, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. Because the next time you see them, it may not be that case. Because after this, though, I'm gonna go hug my mama. I'm gonna hug my brother, my little sister, everybody. You know. All right then. Take care, guys. Stay safe and protect yourselves.